Hello and welcome. We are going to kick off today with a map review, and we're actually looking at a new version of the old Stream Farm map. This was released I think actually today. It's a version, let's see, I think it's version 2 point something. This is by Blacksheep Modding, and it is available from the mod hub. So the Farmington mod hub, you can download it straight from there. So it's not a complicated download. Yes, it's version 2.101. It's an update of their previous versions and kind of fixes some things. So let's jump straight in and have a look. Just going to deselect everything except for our Land Rover and Courseplay, and that is all. And yep, so this map is available for PC, Mac, PS4 and Xbox. It's actually really quite small. It's only 222 megabytes in size, and it's to say it's by Blacksheep Modding. So let's just quickly check the logs. There are no errors. So let's just jump straight in. I'm gonna turn on flight, and then just drop out of the console. So here we are. It's actually the first time I've done a review of old Stream Farm, so I didn't do any of the previous versions, so this is new. It is an old favourite. It has been around a while, but this is kind of the latest iteration of the map. So let's pull up the map and have a look. So we actually own quite a few fields on this map, in the sense that some are grassland, and I think you essentially have access to them, or they are free at the same that sort of point. We also have a number of the other fields to have. There are essentially 18 fields, and across the map. It's not a huge map, as you can see. I've actually zoomed in a little bit to try and get a better look. There are a number of sell points. There are some very closely sort of laid out fields, and from what I've seen, because this has been, people have done let's plays on this on earlier versions. This is a map that you can literally, very narrow roads and everything else. It's a very compact map. So standard fruit types, no multi-fruit on this map. I say we start with field 17, field 10, field 4, field 15, field 1 here, and essentially these G fields, so G11, 9, 10, 8, 7, 5, 3, 1, and 2, they're all available to you. Essentially they are grassland, so they are literally there for you to basically have grass. You can see there's a lot of grassland. So let's take a quick look at our starting equipment. We start with a New Holland 8340, a Case 1455 XL. You also start off with a Stoll front loader and attachments, and you have a skid steer with a bale fork. You also have a New Holland TC590 combine and a 18-foot header. We also have a kind of small Brantner trailer, which is the E8041. You have a Kuhn cultivator and a Great Plains seeder. On top of that, we have a pickup truck, a Karcher washer, and we actually have a bee house, so make a little money on the side. And we also have a small shack, which is a decorative object. But yes, you can just sell that to make some free money. So that's the equipment. Let's take a look around the farm. As you can see, just quickly go to the map. The cows, the sheep, and the pigs are fairly close to the kind of main set of farm buildings. And the main set of farm buildings are here. So let's take a quick look around the area and everything else. So here is sort of the main courtyard. Here's our power washer and our pickup truck. This, I'm guessing, is a sale point of some kind, but I'm not sure what it is. We have over here our seeds and fertilizer on the shelves, and our JCB is there. There are gold nuggets on this map, by the way. We can also get water. So this is a water fountain, essentially. We have this is, so what is this? This is, so we've got a slurry fill level indicator here. So somewhere around here is our slurry tank. I think it's this here. This is an animal dialogue box, and that is for the cows. So that shed there that I'm just kind of looking at is possibly the cow shed, or maybe this is, I don't know. What have we got? We've got a storage shed here. This is the field. Okay, so let's just kind of get in over this. Can we open this door? Yes, we can. Okay, so you kind of have to drive through the area, but we have here our water trough. I don't see the grass trough. Maybe it's this over here. So we give, yes, this is this over here. So this is going to be the grass and the hay kind of location. We also, so that's this is your cow pasture. And let's see, in here this is the kind of main shed. This is the feeding trough for your TMR and everything else, and the cows obviously live in there. You can put your straw down in there as well. So the doorway enters onto the main farm. Let's have a look. So we've got two silage clamps here. And then there's kind of a little roadway up into the distance. Up here, kind of got a little storage area, little flat plot to put stuff down. Another silage clamp. We've got some storage bunkers there for stuff. We've got our seeds, sorry, our combine storage, and storage. Here we are looking at the pigs. So this is the pigsty. Food and goes in there. This is straw. I'm wondering where the water lives. I can't see no water location. I'm guessing the water is this, and this is slurry. And there'll be a place for the manure somewhere as well. More storage sheds. This is a very compact farmyard, as you can tell. This is the sheep. So actually, no, this is the sheep pasture. Doesn't appear to be anything on the pasture for us. So it is literally a case of you feed them in the little shed here. Our water down the side here, so you will have to go into the little pasture with your tractor. We have a fertilizer station. If memory serves, this is for fertilizer. This is the chickens. More storage, as well as those stuff for the cows. Obviously the chickens wander around the farmyard quite happily. I'm guessing that's a little veggie pot for the farm. And yeah, and we've got a gate here, I think. Yep. Interestingly, this gate does block off this area somewhat. This is the place for the wool, so the wool will basically spawn there. And that's kind of the main farmyard. So field 1 is here. It doesn't look like field 1 has been seeded with anything, so you'll need to plant this. You can see the little town. There we go. And on the other side of all of the animals up here is field 4. That too hasn't been seeded either. So that's completely virgin territory for you to plant what you want to. One of the things I didn't check when I looked at the thing is sale points. There are only 5. There's no other production on here. It is literally just grain and animals. And the other thing I wanted to check is there is 300,000 storage on this map. So somewhere there's 300,000 storage. Okay, so we've just covered off this little area here. What I think we'll do is I think we will take a little trip up to Stanton Sawmill and have a look around. And here we are. So here is Stanton Sawmill, and we have got a place for wood chips. So you sell your wood chips here. We have a place to sell your wood here, so you just drop it in here. This is pretty much the sawmill. There is nothing really else here. There is a nice big chunk of woodland, so these darker green areas around the edges of the map are there for you to plant woodland. For woodland, I have a feeling this area here is left for you to put in another farm as well. But I'm not sure off the top of my head. We'll take a look anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab a Land Rover. Because I kind of want to drive a little bit on this map because I want to see some of the roads. So what I'm going to do is we've kind of taken a look up here, and I'm actually going to pop to the shop and pick up the Land Rover. So here is the shop. So this is the yard of the shop, and we've got another gold nugget. We have our shop with the little sale point and everything else in there. It's kind of in the middle of the village. There is a petrol station in here as well in the village somewhere. Not sure exactly where it is. I think it's actually just there. So it is not far. What I'm going to do is we are here. I'm going to kind of swing into the field 17 area, so behind the shop and over here, and then kind of head down to this bit here, and then we'll kind of snake to this bottom stuff. There isn't a huge amount on this map, so that we can definitely sort of drive around a little bit. So let's sort of follow the road. Not hugely wide road, so this is definitely not 45-foot trailer country. Sorry, header country. Nice little village there we've got. We've got some woodland here. A little track through the woods, perfect for the Land Rover. It's a very bumpy track. We've got a bit of grassland, which is this grassland field 7. And as you can see, it's kind of nice little bit of green grass. Got our field 17, so we own this. And here we have, and so this is I believe it's essentially a bit of flat ground we can use to essentially build our own farm. I think these are silage clamps here. Maybe, I don't know. Yep, they are silage camps. So we can actually, this has got a little plot of land. You can pop down your own buildings and build your own little farm. Now, the interesting part of this is it's right next to a big piece of woodland. And I think this is kind of build as you could build your own sort of logging and forestry farm. So, you know, we go down here into the woodland. You essentially, you know, can open up into the woodland. So we've got, you know, this is field 16. This is another field we own. Again, there are trees, but we've kind of hit the end of the map here. Yep, we've kind of hit the end of the map. So there's nothing further beyond there. What we have, I'm going to kind of go down here, is we, of course, probably not a good idea. Probably too dense tree line. Okay, that's that done. So where have we landed up? Okay, let's check out the map. So yeah, this big area here is so you can set up your own second little farm effectively. So here we have a sell point. It's got a weighbridge. It has a grain selling point. It's right next to the water as well. So we've got a grain selling point. Well, actually, could, you know, this actually might, it almost looks like a silo as well. What's going on here? We kind of, okay, that's interesting. So there is a gap in there. Got small tires, you're going to fall through. Let's drop off points. Kind of slope through. We've got that's either a loading point for seed, but essentially that's a sale point of some form. Some greenhouses here. There's another point we can sell. So that's kind of like that location. Right, so let's kind of head up now to the artesian. And so the artesian, I'm guessing, is a bakery of some form. So we go in the back here. Yep, this looks like some kind of bakery. We've got a sell point. No, it's sell point for wool and eggs. So it wasn't actually bakery, but it is called the artesian. So, so definitely it's a sell point for your wool and your eggs. So let's kind of follow the road around. See where we go. Got a nice little, we've got a basketball court, we've got a little memorial. Let's head up here. We've got more woodland down the side, and you know, we kind of definitely got a lot of trees. It's a very compact map, is this. There's you know, it's been used by so many Let's Plays. I can tell you that I can't remember how many times I've seen a version of this. Okay, we have here the animal dealer called Slaughter, strangely enough. That's kind of like the name of a abattoir, but unfortunately it is actually the place you buy your animals. Does that imply that they're close to the to death and knacker's yard kind of thing? I don't know. So here we have another facility, and I think this is the BGA. So there is an entrance down here. Let's have a look. We've got a weighbridge here, and we have, oh well, this is handy. It's not ideal. It is, this is the BGA, so you've got a couple of side clamps there, and then you've got a ramp and then you've got the obligatory silo king. Now, granted, it's not a below ground silo king, my usual rant. However, they have made it easier to dump stuff into because it's got a ramp in front of it. So that's kind of cool, but you still can't dump a tipper truck or anything else. It's going to be a low load, a wheel loader or something like that. Digestic tank over there. So this is kind of a very compact BGA, a little bit less industrial, kind of wide open place. It's a small little place. Effectively, we've just completely gone round all of the sell points and everything on the map in this kind of very quick sort of period. So this map has a bunch of possibilities. As I say, you've got your standard fields, you've got your standard farmyard, and then you've got this plot of land here which is kind of left open for you to expand your farm. Maybe build a logging camp or whatever, put some production down. So it's kind of open for you to interpret how you're going to run the map. You have, say, a number of fields. You've got 1, 4, 10, 17, 16, and then you've got all access to all these grassland fields. And there's quite a few of those. And you've got access to quite a large area of woodland here, and another large area here which kind of snakes around the map. So you've got quite a lot of woodland. Just to kind of give you an idea of some of the field sizes. So these are the fields we own. We own this kind of field 1, it's 0.45 hectares. We have field 4, it says 1.38 hectares. Field 15 is 0.72. Field 16 is 1.7. Field 17 is 4.0. So there's not a huge amount of land in this map, but you do have some of the bigger plots of land on this map. So when you come into this, you do have a good chunk of the available land. You know, if you kind of look at some of these other fields, I'm just going to take a look at, for instance, this one here. 8 and 9 are very close to each other. You know, they're very small, but they're very close to each other. And okay, yes, so that is really all of this map. It's not huge, but there's a lot on this map crammed into a very tiny space. So this is very much a small map feel. It's, you know, kind of tight, compact space, small fields crammed together. You can have fun essentially with your equipment, trying to adapt to that small fields, you know, go into tight spaces, little headlands. You won't be able to use big equipment, you have to use small tractors, small seeders, small plows. Everything's going to be small so you can deal with this thing. You can expand yourself on this farm by basically kind of building your own new farmyard down here. You know, you could put down whatever you like to actually expand out, and you could have some production there. You could potentially build a little logging yard, so you can deal with that woodland. You know, put down some the sawmill. You can, you know, put some sheds, all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely a map that has some possibilities, but it's, you know, it's a very small, compact map, which is going to be challenging in some ways to deal with, and in other ways, you know, it's going to be kind of fun. So with that, thank you for watching. I hope this was useful to you. This is the old Stream Farm version 2 map, 2.101. It's kind of new out, essentially it's just relatively fixes and updates to the map. And there you go. It's by Blacksheep Modding, and I hope you enjoyed the map. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you would like to see more, hit the subscribe button. And with that, thank you and goodbye.